Hello everyone and welcome to TPC Football. My name's Meter and you are in for a treat tonight. We're going to start off week 17, the last week of the season. We are heading rapidly towards the playoffs, the best time of the year, TPC Sports Playoffs. Week 17, Eagles, Buccaneers. You see it on the bottom of your screen. Langell on Xbox as the Eagles has the ball right now. Little throw out to the left side. This one's intercepted immediately. Stumbling down at the 20. They'll clock it at the 19, but the first play of the game is an interception, and there's nothing like TPC football to get you excited. Mr. Glass coming up with a huge interception in the first 4 seconds of the game. What a turnaround already in the red zone. Who knew it was going to start out this fire? Handoff now, heading out to the right side, taking down a pickup of 2 for Jones. And what a game. We have the owner, the founder, the man, Langell on Xbox, going up against a former TPCFL champion, Mr. Glass 99. Head on over to both their Mixer channels. Give these guys a follow. Shane's Gaming and Commando Slippy, Iceman, everybody here hosting. Thank you for the host, guys. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, a man flanking on either side from the shotgun, the snap, dropping back, throwing over to the middle. This one's caught, and he's taken out immediately at the 13. A 7-yard pickup, but not enough for the first down or for points. They're going to have to settle for a field goal attempt in a 4th and 4 situation. And in the first 30 seconds of the game, 3 points are on the board, and it's not for the team who started with the ball. It's for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Lincoln Financial Field is silenced after the defensive turnover was beautifully done. And Philly will take a knee in their own end zone to start this drive, as so many have before, from the 25-yard line. And 2 out to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield. No, he takes off to the right side instead. And now he's on to the left side of the line. Shift from the defense over to the left. This one snapped. Handoff, and he's weaving through traffic. Picks up the first huge hit as he's pushed down, but Ajayi picks up 11. A great play. Well done. Iceman, I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing tonight? Draw play, handoff right up the middle again, and taken down after another pick up, a 12 this time, and a first down for the Eagles. So far, their ground game very, very strong. Week 17, this is game of the week. Eagles, Buccaneers coming up next. Immediately after this game, we have another game. If you didn't get enough coming into this one, or by the end of this one, guess what? You get to watch it all again with a couple of different teams this time. Game 2 is going to be Slippy versus Shane. The 49ers versus the Seahawks. 2 veterans in the league going head-to-head once again. And another amazing play pushes the ball all the way down to the 30. They broke into the opponent's side of the field. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Wentz directly behind the center. And the defense jumps on that one. McCoy unable to hold up. And the 5 extra yards sets him up on the 25. 1st and 5, 5 more yards. Puts him in the red zone. And an exciting time to be in the red zone is in the first, especially after the opponent's already put up points. Same formation, the snap, throw over to the right side. This one's caught, and he's taken out immediately. 4 yards gained on that play. 2nd and 1. Ajayi's been at work here today so far. We'll see how that continues as he stands well behind the quarterback, directly behind the center, 2 to the left. Offensive line strong to the right side. The snap, dropping back, a man coming in fast, and it's too fast, taking him down. What a huge sack that was. Amazing play there. Vernon Hargreaves III, his 4th year in the league, coming in off the corner and taking him down for a loss of 5, making up for that penalty that the defense had made earlier in the game. Earlier in this series, in fact. I formation, 1 out wide on either side. The snap, dropping back, throwing over the middle. This one's caught but swatted out of his hand. Outstanding defense once again by the Buccaneers. This time, Levante David coming in and swatting it down. My apologies there. MS Paint decided it wanted to cover up this amazing field goal opportunity, and there it is. Points on the board for Philly. It's 3-all now. Just like we started, it's tied again. This kick way to the back of the end zone. It's going to be unreturnable. And so Tampa Bay will start once again from the 25-yard line. Handoff right up the middle. Huge yards gain there. Moving the ball down to the 35. They're going to hold up their hands and say just inches when the chains come out. 2nd and inches now to pick up the first, but 10 yards is what the stat sheet will show. Let's convert. Lining up now, 1 out wide on the other side, 2 in the backfield. The snap, dropping back behind the 30, thrown over the middle. This one's caught, and he's hit immediately, and it knocks it out of his hand. Some great defense by the Eagles there. Trey Boston smacking that one down and not letting them come up with a beautiful reception. A good throw right on the numbers, just not able to hold on. This one pushed right up the middle of the QB sneak. And there's the first down they needed. A good time for the sneak. Hats off to Mr. Glass on that one. Handoff fake, looking downfield, throwing out to the right side, wide open. Way to see that one. Good work by Mr. Glass. Winston with a beautiful throw, puts that one right where it needed to be, 17 yards, resets the down counter, and moves him onto the opponent's side of the field. Let's go now. Winston now directly behind the center, 1 out wide on either side, 2 in the backfield, pinch from the defense, pulling in. And spreading back out after the audible snap. And they're coming in fast and they take him down. And a huge sack there. Amazing work once again. Frederick Ellison, the rookie, coming up with that one. That's one hell of a way to make your presence known on the field. And let me tell you something. These fans know his name now after a big sack puts Tampa in a 2nd and 16 and back on their own side of the field. One out wide on either side again. Staggered in the backfield. The snap, dropping back behind the 40 and sacked again. Are you kidding me right now? This Philly defense is unreal. That was huge, a 9-yard loss. 3rd and 25 now. The snap, dropping back to the 30, looking around, throwing very deep into double coverage, and this one bounces off their fingertips and falls harmlessly to the ground inside the 10. And in a 4th and 25 from their own 38, Tampa Bay going to be forced to punt this one away. They had a great drive going, and Philly said, no way. Turned it around, back-to-back sacks, pushed them all the way back, and now we're going to see a beastly punt attempt from Anger. Heading towards the sideline. This one's going to make it out of bounds at the 22. Not a bad punt. Two to the left, one to the right. Ertz on the right side of the offensive line, and Ajayi in the backfield. Shift from the defense over towards the right. An audible by Philly. Snap, handoff, fake, looking downfield, throwing over to the right side. This one's caught, taken down to the 40. Another big pickup there, 19 yards. And so far tonight, we're tit for tat. The defense from the backfield stepping in, then falling back, throwing out over the left side. This one almost intercepted. Very dangerous throw. He thought he was going to come in closer and throw it over his head, but instead he fell back into coverage and almost came up with a very big interception. Three out to the left now. Pistol formation. The snap. Looking. Rolling out to the right. Throwing over to the left. This one's caught. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my God. The placement. That was perfect. Over the head of one. Under the arms of the other. Into the hands of the waiting receiver and Alshon Jeffrey. 2 passes for 57 yards. Absolutely unreal. Moving the ball to the 25, a handoff now. Pushing through a tackle and moving the ball to the 19. They're inside the red zone now after a 6-yard pickup there.
Hang in there now.
Three to the left, Ajayi off to the right. Ertz off to the right side of the offensive line. Wentz in the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff. No, it's a draw, looking, throwing out to the right side, diving, and this one swatted out of his hand again. Two to the left now, offensive line strong and trailing to the right side. Ajayi in the backfield from directly behind the center of the snap. Dropping back and throwing over to the left side. This one somehow caught and then dropped. Another super dangerous throw. From the 19-yard line now, they're going to attempt a field goal. Bear with me just a moment. Let me fix this for us. That beeping would have driven me insane. And the 3 points are up and they are good. Kicked right through. And well done. Philly to put the pressure on. Now Tampa gets the ball back. Gonna return this one from in the end zone. Trying to get out to the left side, pushing through. But taken down. Douglas does a very good job. And now Tampa's going to have to start their drive on the 18.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The snap here, dropping back to the 10, dropping back to the 8, throwing over to the right side. This one's caught, getting through traffic somehow, taking the ball all the way to the 40, 21 yards on that one. About 8 of them on the ground, the rest through the air. Winston from the shotgun with a man flanking on either side. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. The snap, handoff going out towards the left side and taken down at the hash marks. 37-yard line now is where they'll start after a loss of 3 on the run attempt. And a great job by Philly in wrapping up their run game. They've had some success on their own in the run game, but have been holding Tampa back so far. Winston now in the same formation with 2 on the right, though. The snap, looking, throwing over the middle. This one's caught. He's hit immediately, but that's a first down. $14 yards. Winston now in the shotgun after the 2-minute warning. The snap, handoff, pushing up the middle. He's got some room, and he moves the ball to the 41. 2nd and 1 now after a 9-yard pickup, Tampa Bay. Trying to either match Philly or surely trying to take a lead here. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Man flanking on either side of Winston in the shotgun. We've seen this formation before a couple of times. Calling an audible out to the left side. The snap, dropping back, throwing over the middle as he's hit. This one's caught and taken down to the 24. More great movement. Winston took the hit, but he made the throw. What a veteran play that was. One wide on either side, 2 in the backfield. Handoff, pushing up through and picking up some yards, moving the ball to the 20. Timeout, Philadelphia. A 4-yard game for Tampa. The clock stops at 1:13. Now Winston steps back up to the line with the same formation. Calling an audible again. The snap, dropping back, thrown over to the right side. This one's caught. He's got absolutely nobody near him. That's a touchdown. Howard pretty much walked that one in. And 6 points go on the board. Extra point pending. And there it is, right down the middle. Extra point pending, of course, copyright Bama Shocks Industry, and the TPC. Dirty South Gaming. This one kicked to the back of the end zone, gonna take another knee. Philly, after giving up a touchdown, now trails by 4. Let's see what Philly has in store here. So far, they've been able to drive, other than that first interception, they've been able to drive pretty steady, get down the field, but they're getting stopped in the red zone. Let's see if something changes here. This one thrown over the head of everybody. There's a first down and then some, moving all the way to the opponent's side of the field. That is a first down, the 44-yard line now. I formation, hurry up offense with 1 wide on either side. Ertz on the left side of the offensive line. The snap dropping back behind the 50, thrown over the middle. This one, a huge dive, swatted out of the air. What an amazing play. Quan Alexander coming up huge. And my goodness, preventing what could have been big yards. Same formation now, except Ertz on the right side of the line. The snap, looking downfield, throwing this one over the head of everybody again. It's caught, and he's hit so hard he pops loose. The ball on the ground, dead. In what maybe should have been a catch, the big man had his hands on it, took a step, and then was just obliterated. The ball popped loose. I formation, 2 to the left, tight end on the right side of the offensive line. Snap, dropping back, looking, he has time, throwing over to the left side. This one caught and dropped as the defense gets their hands in there. And this boot heading rapidly towards the left side, and it'll be just inside the pylon. And they're going to set this ball down at the 20. Philly not able to get any points, leaving 32 seconds and all the timeouts on the board for Tampa. Winston now from the shotgun, flanked on either side, to the right, one to the left, the snap, looking, waiting, trying to get the ball away, and he can, and he is sacked way back. Bennett taking him down. There's a loss of 9 on that one, and the sacks have been flowing here today. And Winston now, as the clock keeps ticking, now below 15 seconds from the 11. Same formation, takes the snap, and they come in and sack him again all the way back to the 3. Philly is relentless as they all out blitzed. And Winston just doesn't have any time to even think. That's going to end it. Glass isn't going to take any chances. Just let this one end and get the ball back. Maybe try your drive again. Maybe Philly's all out of sacks. This kick way back into the end zone. It's going to be returned from midway through. Getting some decent blocking, cutting to the right, then back to the left. And taking the ball down to the 28-yard line. Good decision to bring this one out. Glass was confident in his man, and it paid off. A little slow to get up.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston with Jones in the backfield, one out to the left. Offensive line very strong on the right side, trying to run it and just take it down. This Philly defense, listen, they may have given up a field goal and a touchdown, but I'm going to argue that this Philly defense is better than the Tampa defense right now, despite the fact that Tampa has forced an interception and a punt. This is an extremely close game. Same formation, the snap, dropping back, thrown over the middle, and this one caught, spinning around the defender. What a play. He caught it behind the defender's back, continued that spin move right around the defender's body, and then finally was taken down at the 37. 3rd and 1 now after a 13-yard gain. High formation. Everyone else on the line is trailing and strong to the right side. The snap, and their defense just pushing through everybody. A missed tackle, and they're going to go all the way home for a touchdown. Tampa Bay putting big points on the board from deep downfield. And what a frustrating feeling when you're an owner to have called the right play. You call the middle blitz, and it doesn't matter. They push right through you, and they run the length of the field. You miss the tackle, and they put points on the board. Listen, friends, I've been there a lot. Not a good feeling. But there's one thing for certain. It's that Philly needs to turn this one around. Don't let it affect you. Don't let it get in your head. This is the time to turn this game around. Put the team on your back. Raise them up onto your shoulders and march your way back into that end zone. That's what Langell plans to try and do right now. The snap here, dropping back. Throwing out over to the left side. This one's caught. More huge yardage. These have been massive plays here tonight. You have a mesh play with 3 short options, and he takes the long one and makes it work. Moving the ball into the opponent's side of the field.
Flag. Here we go. 180! Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic.
2 out to the left, 1 to the right. Ertz on the right side of the offensive line with a man in the backfield. The snap, looking, throwing out over the middle. This one's bouncing around, and it's caught by the offense. Are you kidding me? It bounced off the hands of the offense, then off the hands of the defense, then into the arms of the offense, and he turned around and moved the ball to the 32. Thanks, EA. Two to the left, 1 to the right, a man in the backfield again. Man in motion from the right towards the left side of the offensive line. A lateral out to the left side, pushing through. We have the way overhead view here. And picking up 4 yards here on the toss, 2nd and 6.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. You got 4. You got 4. Here we go. 120! 36.
The snap, dropping back, throwing out to the left side. This is almost picked off. Very, very dangerous. One out wide on either side. I formation. Ertz on the right side of the offensive line. The snap here, dropping back, looking, throwing over the middle. This one's caught and dropped. He's hit very hard. The defense's helmet hit the ball, I think, and it popped loose. And a 4th and 6 from the 28. Philly now will attempt a 3-pointer. It's up, it's down the middle, and it's good, right into the net. And the Eagles fandom goes wild. And this kick to the middle of the end zone, going to be returnable, and he will to the 10. There's the 20, 25, 30, spinning down to the 31-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A great run by Jackson. Mr. Glass has done an outstanding job here today. The snap, handoff, getting up towards the right side, and this one taken down at the 33. A small gain of 2 on the counter attempt. And the Phillies cornerback's just too fast, coming in off the edge there on the zone blitz. Wrapping around and taking him down. Watson now directly behind the center. 1 out to the left. Offensive line strong to the right side. 1 in the backfield. The snap, dropping back, throwing over the middle. This one's caught, and he takes it down to the 46. Almost on the opponent's side of the field. A 13-yard gain there. Winston now. Directly behind the center. The snap, handoff, pushing up towards the middle and driving through everybody. Moving to the opponent's 47 now on a 6-yard gain. From 47 to 47. 2nd and 4. A minute 30 here left in the third. Right after this game, you're going to see another outstanding game from 2 guys living just across the pond. And man, am I excited for that game too. This throw out to the left side. There's a first down. And taken down after a pickup of 7 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. It's time to play.
The snap here, handoff, pushing right up the middle, and this time taken down. There's a loss of 2. Well, they'll spot the ball back 2 yards, but they'll call it a loss of 1. My mistake. 2nd and 11 now. It seems these runs have been very effective in the second half for Tampa. They did something at halftime to turn this one around for them. High formation now. The snap thrown over the middle. This one's picked off. A huge interception for Philly and taken down at the 41. Big damage there for Philadelphia. And Langel's going to get a chance now to turn the ball to the opposite side of the field. The snap here, backing up to the 30, thrown over the middle. This one's caught. He holds on as he's hit by 3 different Buccaneers and taken down, but a 13-yard gain. And moving on to the opponent's side of the field, Philly keeps this drive rolling. 2 to the left, 1 in the backfield, 2 off to the right side of the offensive line, and that'll end the 3rd. And here we go. The most exciting 6 minutes in sports. If you have a drink, crack it now. I don't have one, but that's my impression. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Thrown over to the right. This one's caught, and he's finally taken down at the 43. A short gain. Hurry up offense. Philly looking to strike quick here. Snap, dropping back, thrown over to the left. This one's caught, taken down to the 31-yard line. The snap here, Wentz drops back, thrown over to the left side. This one's swatted out of the air. Great defense. Tampa Bay coming up big every time they're on their own side of the field.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Here we go. Lady.
High formation. A shift from the offense, 1 out wide on either side. The tight end goes from the left side to the right side of the line. The snap, looking, throwing over to the left, right at a defender. This one's picked off. He's turning this one around. The entire Eagles team comes in on him, but a great opportunity, unfortunately, squandered this time. Handoff pushing up the right side of the line.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Offensive line strong and trailing to the left, 1 on to the right. Man in the backfield, handoff, and he's met immediately at the line and brought back 2 yards. 3rd and 7 now from the 39, and this is a big opportunity for Philadelphia to get a stop here. The home crowd chanting for some defense. We're going to see what they're going to get here.
550, 550.
And this one's intercepted again. Hey, guys are playing catch out there. Federalk J, 77, picking up some season tickets. Slangel's in the chat. Slippy's in the chat. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. This is game 1 of 2. This is a doubleheader. So you have come at the exact right time. 3 out to the left, 1 in the backfield to snap, throwing out to the right side. This one's intercepted again. Unreal. Hey, Slangel. Offensive line strong and trailing out to the left side. 1 off to the right. Jones in the backfield from directly behind the center. A man from the left side of the offensive line taking off to the right. Now lining up, equalizing. A handoff trying to get out to the right. And just not enough room as he's taken down.
Keep bringing it. Stay in there.
The snap here, dropping back to the 20. Thrown over to the right, and this one is almost picked off somehow again. And in a 3rd and 8 from the 31, Tampa. Apparently the Kool-Aid man is assistant coach. For which team, we're not sure. We'll get you that report as it comes in. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, the snap. Throwing out over to the left, and this one's caught. And he is bodied to the ground. A 19-yard pickup. Moves the ball just before the midway point of the field. And in another huge 3rd down opportunity, Tampa makes it work. 2 to the right now, 1 to the left. A man flanking on either side from the shotgun. The defense extremely well spread. And here's a handoff, and he's taken down at the 41. Jones, 13 rushes for 99 yards. And what Philly's defense did in the first half has not been matched here in the second. A 10-yard pickup there sets him up on a 2nd and inches as the chains come out and reveal the bad news for Tampa to the crowd's delight.
Let's go now. Ready. Back.
And a handoff pushing right up the middle, and there is a 1st down. They needed inches. They got yards, 9 of them to be exact. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The last 2 minutes of this game has been back and forth. And 8 points separate these teams now. That's a single score. This game is still in the air. Everyone on the offensive line except the 2 in I formation. The snap here, handoff trying to get out to the left side, and he does! And he's got all sorts of room, and no one's catching him. Suddenly 1 score turns to 2, touchdown, Jones and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the extra point is right down the middle. And Philly now trails by 15 with 1:55 and all their timeouts. left here in this game. This kick to midway through the end zone is going to be returnable, but instead, he'll take the knee and start this drive as so many have before from the 25-yard line.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
The snap here, looking downfield, thrown out to the right side. This one's caught. He's got some room, trying to get to the sideline and drag down inbounds at the 42. Hurry up offense as the clock ticks below 145. Legend XBO with a follow, getting the season tickets. Thank you so much. You're going to appreciate those. We have another game coming up right after this, so don't go anywhere when this game's over. So we have back-to-back games. Pass out to the left side now, pick up a 5. Hurry up offense yet again. This one thrown over the middle and picked up to the 36-yard line. Philly moving the ball now at rapid pace. Tampa Bay trying to keep up, not calling any timeouts yet. The snap, looking, trying to get the ball away, and he's hit while throwing, and the ball pops loose, down dead to the ground, incomplete. Might have got a lucky call there. And with 1 minute exactly left in this game, Philly looking to make big things happen. The snap, dropping back, looking, throwing over the middle. This one's caught and taken down to the 26. That's a 10-yard gain. 3rd and 1. And the snap, dropping back, thrown over to the left side. This one's caught again, the left side of the hash, and finally taken down deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone, the 5-yard line, the 8-yard line. My apologies, I got a little too fired up there. Philly's just driving this ball, 38 seconds left. And deep in the 4th, they're deep in the red zone. Philly stops the clock. Dropping back, throwing out over the left side. This one's almost picked off. Very dangerous. They've done a great job driving. The second they slowed the tempo, they almost made a big mistake. This pass over to the right side, and he's hit and drops the ball. He's hit so hard. And now 3rd and goal. It might have been good he dropped the ball. He was behind the line, and he was going down. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. 2 out to the left now. One in the backfield. Offensive line strong and trailing to the right side. The snap thrown over the middle. This one's caught and walked in. There's a touchdown, Philadelphia, with 29 seconds left on the clock. They put 6 points on the board with 1 point still in limbo. And it's up, and it's good. And they trail by 8 now. This game's not over yet. The onside kick on its way. It's down. It goes to the 10. It's picked up and laying on the ground. Tampa gets touched down. And Philly now, with 2 timeouts, only able to stop the clock twice, and with 28 seconds left, that's going to end this game. They're not going to big league. They're going to let this one ride and take the L, but let me tell you something. This was a hard-fought game. Philly's defense collapsed a little bit in the 3rd. They picked it back up. Their offense woke up finally at the end of the game here. They got a lot of field goals. This was just such a great game all around. And if you're watching, don't go anywhere. We got another game coming up right now. right after this one, we got another game. I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to reset, and we're going to fire it right back up right away. Let's take a quick look at stats. While we're at it, head on over to tpcfootball.com. Check out all of the stats and figures you know, you want, you crave, as well as the schedule, who the owners are, and anything else you could possibly imagine. All stats, all seasons, ever. The former TPCFL champion, Mr. Glass, in a hard-fought battle, overtaking the home field advantage, owner of the league, Brian Langell. Langell on Xbox. Neither quarterback having a stellar day. Rushing for the Eagles. They started out so strong, and then they relied on the passing. I mean, when you have 250 passing yards, kind of hard not to. Turnovers were huge. 3 for Philly, 2 for Tampa. And there it is. Third down conversions once again in favor of the winning team. Most underappreciated stat in sports. And time off possession, well in favor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, thank you all for joining. My name's Ben Meter. Do not go anywhere, because we will be right back. I hope you all have an outstanding next 5 minutes.